Contemporary Christian singer Matthew Ward wrote a hilarious song he posted on Father's Day. I think that's when I seen it. I don't know if that's when he posted it, but hilarious song called Modest is Hottest. And in the song, he's a 44-year-old dad of 2 teenage daughters, and every dad out there with teenage daughters who's had teenage daughters could relate, and we would all had a good laugh. And I would say dads that have a healthy relationship with their daughters, the daughters laugh too. Really funny song. One line, he basically tells his daughters that guys are really attracted to girls who wear turtleneck shirts, and then the next scene you see all his kids and his wife wearing these ugly black turtleneck shirts covering, their neck all the way up to their chin. It's hilarious. It's obvious satire. It's really funny. And of course the left got offended and try to make him out to be this this tyrant of a dad, which obviously you could see his kids were having fun with the video. It was just a funny video, and he took it down because he, in his words, he said, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. This was just parody. We were just having some fun. My kids and wife were in on the joke. But, I don't want to take away from my real message of love and hope. And the reason I sing and make music is basically to bring people to Christ and tell them about the love and the hope there is. So, I get that, and I struggle with that too with this YouTube channel. My main goal is to convert souls and to let people know that Jesus loves them. And I know the world is hurting, and especially these angry people on the left, they're hurting the most, and they need Jesus the most. So sometimes when I get I give my political views, I struggle. Should I give it? Because I might turn away someone who might otherwise listen to the message of Christ, but soon as they hear a political view that's opposite of theirs, they're gonna stereotype me and just never listen again. So I go back and forth with that all the time, and and if I don't do it, that's the reason. YouTube demonetized me when I started talking political, but I don't do this for the money, even though as a blue collar guy working paycheck to paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, that was let's get a nice chunk of change with these YouTube commercials. They were like $600 some months. I got $1,000 check. It was kind of nice, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it to bring people to Jesus. So I understand what Matthew Ward is saying, but I still don't think he should take it down. Even Jonathan Rome, the guy who plays Jesus on The Chosen, he commented, Matthew, the satire was clear as day. Fantastic job. Well done. So even Jesus is giving you the thumbs up, bro. That's a joke. I know Jonathan Rome isn't really Jesus, but I think people that have healthy relationships with their daughters got the humor. And unfortunately, there's a lot of scarred women and scarred boys that, are confused, that think they may be women. There's a lot of hurt people, and hurt people hurt people, The old saying is true. But I don't think the way to go about it is to let the unhealthy people dictate how the healthy people behave. I think it should be reversed. The healthy people should be dictating how the culture is. And then the unhealthy people would see, okay, maybe there's something that I need to deal with in my life. Why am I so angry? Why am I so offended? Everybody else sees the humor in it. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going? So, and then if you want to go on a deeper level, a recent Pew Research study showed 90%, it's maybe hard to believe, but 90% of Americans still believe in freedom of speech, and 90% of Americans said they would rather protect the right of freedom to speech in America than to stop offensive, horrible speech. That's the basic principle this country was founded on, freedom of speech. And but unfortunately on college university it's the opposite, because 90% of university professors don't believe in free speech, hate the Constitution. I mean, and this is going by Pew Research polls also. 90% of universities professors think capitalism is bad. So you have a whole generation of young people being taught that America is bad, freedom of speech is bad, and then you have, people that are hurt, that are wounded by bad dads, bad men in their lives, and they can't handle just a funny little song of a dad, and every dad watching knows, when our daughters wear shorts a little too short or the halter, we're always like, man, they're our daughters. And, so that's number one. Number two, Matthew Ward is an evangelical Christian, a Bible-believing Christian who loves Jesus, who loves the Bible. And the Bible is clear. St. Paul wrote to Timothy, how men and women should be. And he said women should dress modestly. So now is it offensive to preach the Bible? Is Matthew Ward going to stop singing about Jesus if someone gets offended, if he sings a Christian song telling them about Jesus? Where is this going to end? And again, I understand, he doesn't want to take away from the message of Jesus, but I think he would have been better off just explaining, listen, this was a joke. My kids were in on it. We had a laugh. We figured all the dads and daughters out there would laugh. Me and my daughter thought it was hilarious. I thought it was the funniest song, and it had a nice tune. I was singing it all day. Modest is hottest. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. Kind of like that song, I Want to Marry Your Daughter, and then the dude did the parody saying, no, you ain't marrying my daughter. It was funny. Every dad loved that song. It's just, the left just has no sense of humor. They're just so angry, So anyway, there's just my thoughts on Matthew Ward. Modest is hottest. I don't know if we could get that song. He took it down, so I don't know if there's any way you can find it, but if you can find it, check it out. It's a really cool song. So God bless, and young girls out there, remember, modest is hottest, so stay Catholic.